Well, y'all look what I got going on here. I got me some salsa, as they say in Alabama. Salsa. This is my chunky style salsa. Key ingredient to making salsa is two main things: limes and cilantro. Sure is. You got to make sure you got enough cilantro and enough limes. I got my limes right here. I cut them up in wedges and I put a wedge, squeeze all the juice in each jar before I fill it up with the salsa. Sure do. I make some pretty fine homemade salsa. All my neighbors rant and rave about it. Friends that I've given some to in the past, but man, that's some good stuff. Whenever you make some more, let me know. And I'm making more. I'm making some more. Boy, that stuff looks good. It smells wonderful. I wish I could smell it, but it is absolutely wonderful. But I had a fabulous day at work today. I sure did. Best thing about today was I didn't get no phone calls. I didn't have to deal with no high school bullshit every day like I did with my old job. Here, I'm going to show you how we can these up, make this salsa in the can here. What I do is I get some of that juice. I just get about 2 ladlefuls of juice, like it right there, and I put it in the jar. So that jar, I need a little bit more. Let's do 3. We'll do 2 in the smalls and 3s in the bigs. But yep, get over there and get the juice in there. That way you got enough. Now you start getting the chunks. Look at that. Look at that, boy. That's good shit right there, son. Y'all don't even know. Mm-mm. Look at that. Whew, boy. And this is made from all fresh garden, fresh vegetables. This ain't no store-bought. The only thing that's store-bought is the onions and the cilantro and the lime. The rest of it is all out of my fabulous garden that I grew this year that turned out absolutely wonderful. You got them big old slob chobs of tomatoes. Yep. And there we go. We got one whole jar of homemade salsa. Alright, I gotta wait on my lids to boil. I got my lids right here. You always want to get them boiling, that way they're sanitized, and plus the wax ring around them softens up, so when you slap her down on the jar, it'll seal up nice and good and make a good seal. But good thing about salsa is you can eat it as soon as you finish cooking it. You ain't gotta wait for it to pickle or anything like that. It's ready to eat right out of it as soon as it gets thrown in that jar right there. I could eat that right now, but I ain't. I am saving it for a rainy day. My favorite thing to put salsa on is scrambled eggs, especially like if you do a southwestern omelet or something with bell pepper, onions, and stuff like that, and cover it with salsa and cheese. Some good stuff, especially homemade salsa. Ain't nothing better than homemade salsa. But yeah, today was a grandiose day at work. It was pretty hot today. I was sweating my ass off all day. I was outside working, doing some welding and all that good stuff. And didn't get no phone calls today, like no high school bullshit. I didn't hear no high school bullshit. That's the good thing about these folks I work for, you know, you can sit there and talk shit to them all day, send them dirty text messages and everything, and you're not going to get a phone call from the boss like, hey, did you say this to somebody? Did you send a text to somebody? No, you ain't going to get that phone. Did you do this? Did you not do that? Did you do this? Not do that? I didn't hear none of that shit today. Man, I love it too. I absolutely love that, not having to deal with a bunch of high school shit. And that's what you get when you get a bunch of grown folks together that work at the same place in different locations. It ain't nothing but a bunch of high school shit. High school bullshit drama. But I didn't have to deal with that today. But I'm making some fucking salsa, and I'm going to eat the shit out of it. Sure is. Yeah, salsa on eggs is good, man. I'm tell you right now, scrambled eggs. I wouldn't put them on fried eggs. I mean, you can, but it's gonna get a little sloppy. But I like scrambled eggs and omelets. Man, it's a key ingredient. What's up, Janet? How you doing? Key ingredient to any kind of omelet is salsa. Cover that baby with salsa. That shit's fire. Hey, Janet, look at my salsa. Look at that salsa. Salsa, as they say in Alabama. Good old salsa. All right, now I got to get my lid out of here. Let's see, I got to find me something to pick it up with. I have to use a fork. Get that out of there. Let me turn this camera around so. Yeah, you're right, Janet. Salsa's good on a lot of stuff. It sure is. It is good on a lot of stuff. All right, here we go with my lid. Put my lid on there. And then I put my ring on that baby. These are my rings. And then you just screw that sucker down. Now, I strongly advise, mainly spaghetti though. You gotta be kidding me. But I strongly advise is when you put these lids on, don't tighten them down as tight as you can get them. Nope, hold on, I'll have to put the phone down for a second. Yeah, you don't want to put them down too tight. You just want to put them down about finger tight. Because what happens if you put them down too tight is that once they make that seal and they do that lid is going to be a pain in the ass to get off. So this is called cold sealing, what they call cold sealing, when you put the hot salsa in the jar and you turn it over on the lid after you got it filled up. That will heat that lid up to make that seal. So you leave that thing sitting upside down like that for about an hour after you fill your jars up, and that bitch will make a perfect seal. Sure will. But I just thought I'd share that with y'all. My mother is calling. I better call her back because she'll be worried about me if I don't. Appreciate y'all watching. Please like and subscribe. No, I do not wipe my jars with vinegar. I sanitize them. I wash them real good, and I put them in the oven at 250 degrees until they're nice and hot. And that sanitizes my jars completely. It's the quickest way to do it. Instead of having a bunch of different stuff together, you just sit it in the oven for about 20 minutes at 250 degrees. And all you got to do is when you pour your salsa in, whatever ingredients in your jar, if you got a bunch of stuff on the lid, yeah, you want to wipe that off because it'll mess up the seal. But besides that, no, I don't wipe my jars with vinegar before putting them on the lids. I'm not pickling anything. This is salsa. But if I was pickling something, yeah, I might do that. But I'm not pickling anything. But anyway, once again, please like and share and subscribe to my page. I would greatly appreciate it. And don't ever forget, God bless Dixie.